Taylor Sheridan's first Yellowstone spin-off lands on Netflix's global charts 4 years later. Years after debuting, the first Yellowstone spin-off is trending on Netflix's global charts. Although it looks to be the case that Yellowstone quietly ended with Season 5, the franchise is still going strong. There's the upcoming Beth and Rip spin-off, with Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser reprising their popular roles, in addition to the Madison, which will feature the likes of Michelle Pfeiffer, Patrick J. Adams, and Matthew Fox. There have also been reports of a third spin-off, albeit there are no plot or casting details about the project as of now. The strength of the franchise leans on the fact that, with a generally shared premise, and some of the same themes and core interests, it is a reliable bet to launch a new Yellowstone drama. The franchise has become one of the most popular and valuable television properties in recent years. This was proven back in December 2021, when franchise creator Taylor Sheridan launched the very first Yellowstone spinoff. Now, more than 3 years after premiering, that spinoff is making waves on Netflix. 1883, ultimately a limited series event, ran from late 2021 to February 2022. Sheridan was credited for writing all 10 episodes of the prequel, which focused on the post-Civil War generation of the Duttons as they began the journey of establishing what would become known as the Dutton Ranch. The cast of 1883, continuing the tradition set by the original Yellowstone and Kevin Costner, featured a large ensemble led by veteran actor Sam Elliott. The Western drama was a hit for Paramount Plus upon its debut and seems to be establishing the pattern on Netflix, as the streamer has unveiled its global top 10 for the week of March 10 to March 16. It reveals that 1883's single season was the 7th most viewed show of the week, gathering 2.9 million views and 26.8 hours viewed. The prequel was in the top 10 in 34 countries, including Canada, Brazil, Argentina, France, Germany, and others. It should be noted that in the U.S., 1883 is exclusively streaming on Paramount Plus. The global list was topped by the acclaimed 4-episode limited series Adolescence, which nabbed 93 million hours viewed. Others in the top 10 included Zero Day, starring Robert De Niro, Running Point starring Kate Hudson, Beauty in Black, and the March 10 episode of WWE Raw. With a supporting 1883 cast that also included Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Billy Bob Thornton, Isabel May, LaMonica Garrett, Audie Rick, Mark Grisman, Eric Nelson, and James Landry Habert, the prequel put a particular focus on James Dillard Dutton McGraw and his wife Margaret Hill, as they represent the center of the post-Civil War Duttons. James and Margaret are the great-grandparents of John Dutton Aiea, played by Costner in the main Yellowstone series, which provides the connective tissue between the two dramas. The 10-episode prequel chronicles the Duttons and their travels in search of a better life, starting with their journey through the Great Plains. It zeroes in on their hopes of reaching what is deemed as the last bastion of untamed America. Positioning itself as a stark retelling of Western expansion and a study of one family fleeing from poverty, the Western drew favorable but somewhat muted responses. On Rotten Tomatoes, 1883 sits at 89%, based on 27 reviews. The audience score is similarly sturdy, with 76% approval. The ensemble, which included special guest appearances from Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, received praise, and Elliott was lauded for his performance as the rugged She Brennan. Some critics found that the prequel was too formulaic and may not appeal to viewers who aren't already drawn to Westerns. Paramount executives had hoped for 1883 Season 2, but Sheridan has made it clear in interviews that the prequel was never meant to go beyond 10 episodes. Still, for new viewers curious to check it out, the show maintains the overall ethos of Yellowstone while leaning into something a little more serious and stark in a way that goes in line with the setting. When the prequel debuted on Paramount Plus, it became one of the streamer's most successful premieres. That distinction has since been supplanted by other dramas, many of which were created by Sheridan, such as Tulsa King and the Yellowstone spinoff, 1923. Considering the established appeal of Sheridan's works overall, it's no surprise that global viewers would follow 1883 once it gained the benefit of joining what is the leading streaming service on Netflix. 4 years ago, Taylor Sheridan's first Yellowstone spinoff debuted with the promise of expanding the already vast universe of the Dutton family saga. At the time, it had a respectable following, but it never quite reached the same mainstream success as its parent show. Fast forward to today, and the streaming landscape has shifted dramatically, giving the once overlooked spinoff a second life. Now it has catapulted onto Netflix's global charts, drawing millions of new viewers who are discovering, or rediscovering, the rich storytelling that Sheridan has become known for. So what changed? How did this spinoff go from being a modest success to becoming one of the most watched series on a global scale? The answer lies in the ever-evolving world of streaming, the relentless power of fan enthusiasm, and of course the undeniable allure of Taylor Sheridan's writing. #The road to revival. When the spinoff originally premiered, it was housed on a niche streaming service, which at the time was not as widely subscribed to as giants like Netflix or Disney+. While Yellowstone was thriving on cable and gaining a strong audience through its linear network, the spinoff had a more uphill battle. Viewers who were used to tuning in weekly for Yellowstone weren't necessarily making the jump to another streaming service just to watch an extension of the story. However, the demand for Yellowstone content continued to surge, and with Paramount eventually licensing the spinoff to Netflix, it became accessible to a whole new demographic of viewers. The move proved to be a game changer. Now, fans who had been hesitant to subscribe to yet another platform suddenly found themselves diving into the spinoff without any additional cost or inconvenience. #A global audience awakens. Netflix's global reach provided the series with an unprecedented level of exposure. Suddenly, the show wasn't just attracting die-hard Yellowstone fans. It was drawing in international audiences who were unfamiliar with the world of the Duttons. For many, this spinoff became their first introduction to Sheridan's storytelling, leading them to seek out Yellowstone and its other related series. Part of the reason for the show's newfound success is its accessibility. Unlike Yellowstone which requires audiences to commit to multiple seasons of intense family drama, this spinoff was more self-contained. New viewers could jump in without needing to watch Yellowstone first, making it the perfect gateway for fresh audiences. The power of word of mouth. Another major factor behind the revival was the impact of social media. Over the past year, fans who had initially watched the spinoff in its original run began to share their enthusiasm for it online. Clips, fan edits, and discussions about its compelling characters and gripping storytelling flooded platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit. Soon enough, the show had built up a buzz that it never quite had during its original release. Critics who had once dismissed it as a footnote in the Yellowstone universe began to reassess its merits. Articles detailing its strengths, such as its rich historical context, unforgettable performances, and stunning cinematography, started to surface. This newfound critical appreciation further piqued curiosity among viewers who had previously ignored the show. #Taylor Sheridan's unmatched storytelling. Of course, none of this would be possible without Taylor Sheridan's writing. Sheridan has a unique talent for blending intense character drama with sweeping narratives that explore the untamed beauty and brutality of the American frontier. His ability to craft morally complex characters resonates with audiences who crave more than just action and spectacle. The spinoff, much like Yellowstone is deeply rooted in themes of legacy, family loyalty, and survival. It tells the story of a different branch of the Dutton family, offering fresh perspectives on the dynasty fans have come to love. And now, thanks to its global resurgence, it's being recognized as a critical piece of the Yellowstone universe, rather than just an add-on. What this means for future spin-offs. With the success of this spin-off on Netflix, the question arises, will other Yellowstone spin-offs follow suit? Sheridan has already expanded the universe with 1883 1923 and upcoming projects that promise to delve even deeper into the Dutton family's history. If this recent surge proves anything, it's that the appetite for Yellowstone adjacent stories is stronger than ever. This newfound attention could also mean that other overlooked Sheridan projects might receive similar treatment. His work spans beyond just the Yellowstone universe, with shows like Mayor of Kingstown and Tulsa King also proving to be major hits. Could they, too, see a revival on a global streaming platform? The possibility is certainly there.